I'd like to do a brief recap on the last several days. First, I'd like to introduce Hay House, who was formerly a raiding Yeetikin that we gunned down, imprisoned, then peacefully recruited to Lake Mountain, mainly due to his superb stats. Royo, our old wise woman, had to amputate Hay House's arm due to an infection, so my man basically owes his life to Royo. Edikins, by the way, are the descendants of colonists who were genetically modified to thrive in cold climates, and are essentially the average of a Bigfoot and a Wookiee. They heal slow, they move around faster without clothes on, mind you, they're covered in fur, and have even evolved an animalistic war cry that causes nearby animals to go manhunter feral for a brief period. And, you know, everything else that happened, we built a house, unlocked early stage farming and the like. Anyway, I spot a large herd of Muffalo that looked like dinner to me, and for some dumb reason, I thought, screw it, I'll send Scorpion out on the range to go hunt some Muffalo. There's only a 10% chance they'll go manhunter, so surely nothing bad would happen, right? Well, that's what I get for thinking. But, I don't know, Scorpion might as well have plot armor at this point, so I think he'll be fine. As Scorpion starts getting trampled, he hits the deck and does his best impression of a corpse, while Maria, his newfound love, starts taking position by our outer gates. While I'd normally wait for the Muffalo herd to chill out, our colony is in a never-ending food crisis. Nothing too serious, just the usual growing pains of sustaining such a large group of people who, you know, only recently learned how to sow crops. And besides, I like shooting stuff. If you look closely, there's actually a ditch moat running alongside the outer perimeter of our walls. And as you can see, that ditch moat is doing these Muffalo no favors. The day is spent cooking up our influx of Muffalo meat, growing crops, nothing crazy. We're basically going to avoid any major moves until we get our food production online, which should happen rather quickly, assuming nothing bad happens. Funny enough, in the evening hours, a loose though domesticated male gorilla enters our territory and decides to call it home. So, yeah, we got a friggin' gorilla named Gladstone now. Welcome to Lake Mountain. We'll definitely have to train him up after we research hunting and animal husbandry. In the early hours of day 54, Scorpion becomes infected by muscle parasites. Parasites which aren't typically deadly, though Scorpion's ability to move, talk, eat, and manipulate his environment is now severely affected. So with that in mind, I decided to grow some medicinal fungus in the dark, dank corners of our supply room. I promise they're not the fun kind of mushrooms. The only narcotic we can grow as of right now is tobacco, and even then we still need to research rudimentary drugs to grow any other drug or to roll the tobacco into cigarettes. That being said, we do still grow tobacco, since it should fetch a good price on its own. Luckily, our latest tribal thinking session unlocks prototype furniture, allowing us to make a majority of the early stage furniture like chairs and beds, though at the cost of more time and resources to create them. Unfortunately, as I spend time deciding what to build, an old enemy returns. A black hive mound forms on the far side of our map, and the accompanying mammoth worm makes its way towards us.